remove that, would usually cause the marking. However, for all that came up on my face, there was no way I was touching it. So I did a little face regime, as you do, to burn the outer layer. But say once it was done, I noticed how smooth my skin looked, and it's never looked like this. I've always had that hormonal teenager type of face. I have pores here that like to open up, and my pores have closed quite considerably. And I can just say that I've noticed a glow about me. And that's due to doing this cleanse. So it has many, 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 many benefits. Down to your ears, down to your ears. My ears were troubling me. The amount of times I said to myself, did I not just clean my ears? Did I not just clean my ears? So your body literally drains. And an additional I would add to this is I suffer with the asthma, and I had pneumonia that I was suffering with for 2 years straight without being diagnosed with the actual bug itself. But I always, when I get chest infections, have like a month's worth of knowing that I've contracted some form of pneumonia, but it wouldn't put me in a position of gasping. So when I was sick, I was gasping and I was having problems breathing, but the asthma pump just was not working. So the pneumonia was caused by a bug that I had in my lungs, and I was diagnosed with this 2 years after the actual problem arose. And during that time, I had the flu maybe twice, but I was okay. But the first time I had it, it put me out of work for 2 whole weeks. And I was running a business at the same time, so I couldn't work at any place. And I just noticed there was just a feeling in my lungs that I've never felt before. And recently, I would say in the first week of doing this cleanse, I brought up, no word of a lie, yellow, like this, a bit darker, translucent muck from my chest, way down here, way down here. And I was treated back in 2021 for the pneumonia. So that's to tell you, from 2021 to 2025, what was resting and festering on my chest. I'm not sure if I've got it all off. I don't believe I do. But for what came off, wowie is all I'm going to say. I did not take a picture of it. At the time, my phones were not working properly. I had broken screens. So today I'm christening this screen because it's brand new. And same with this one here. And yes, you will notice the things that you have to do. So this journey of mine is a self-love journey, and I believe that this part is like when it comes to your physical aspects, this is like the finale, but this is your lifestyle change, and this is not for anyone that just wants to do a quick what have you. It takes a lot, because you'll start to feel completely different if you go back, and it's actually not a nice feeling. And so even like my eating habits, the way I prepare my meals, everything has changed. Before I bathe, the things that I would take into consideration now, it's not just a quick go in the shower and out, even though I still have those quick ones. It's, what are we going to take care of first? What are we going to do first? And this makes me appreciate my mother. Growing up, there were certain things that she will make us do, um, just in normal activities. My brother would say to you, do not, and he says this quite plainly, do not accept a milkshake from my mother. And there are other things that she never explained, but she had us do. And one of it is when, as soon as you get into the bath water, it starts to rub your skin, and you'll get all the dead cells, all the dirt, all the dead skin off your body. And that was something that always stuck with me from a child. And it's just looking at the elimination process of this cleanse. You do need to brush. You do need to brush. I used to think back in the days that brushing was for cellulite purposes. I'm like, look, I was a thick girl. I'm like, this ain't going anywhere. But in terms of the skin and the shedding, definitely need brushing. Even my teeth, I noticed something different about my teeth. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I haven't changed nothing that I use. So I'm not too sure, but I've just noticed a change about me holistically. And like I said, I want to do this again, and I will be starting this next month. So from the 1st of December, I will be starting this cleanse. I did say a few weeks ago when I started this talk that I'm not opening a group at this moment. However, if you want to, at your own risk, do this cleanse with me, by all means. What I'm actually doing is just 5 lemons a day that I juice. And that's all I am having for the day. So if you're not used to fasting, then have soup or have a salad. But really and truly, to get the effects of this cleanse, no food. And do not chase it with water either. You can drink throughout the day, but nothing. And for me, this is my meal. This will be my meal. It's 5 juiced lemons. 1st of December is when I will be starting this. So by all means, make your comments, and I will do my best to pick out something that's quite valuable for everyone to know, and then I will speak on that. Next week will be more or less it. We will be in December next week. If I could just quickly look at my calendar, we start December on Monday. So next week will be the last week that I will talk about the cleanse. Whilst we are cleansing, I'm not going to speak on the cleanse. I'm going to move on to another subject. And because it is important to be able to transition from one aspect to another and not be left on the lurch or be left in a certain position and not know what to do. And this is where people go wrong, because you've done this, and whether it's a challenge or not, but what you're doing is a change to your body, a change to your environment. So you have to look after that, because your body is a machine. And if you ill-treat it, that's when you start to hurt yourself, and that's when you start to have problems with, with your health. This is a health and well-being, segment. So at the end of the day, what we're doing here is we're taking care of ourselves. This is my self-love journey. And part of my self-love journey is to ensure that I detox, is to ensure that I cleanse my body and to ensure that I give my stomach and my digestive system a rest by fasting. Because if they cannot work properly, that's when too ill health comes about. So I will be moving on to another subject in December, and but we'll be doing the cleanse. So if there are anything that pops out during this cleanse for anyone who is doing it, then do so. You have 7 days to get into the mindset. You've got 7 days to prepare your lemons. And yeah, just to get yourself right, you've got a week. Yeah, you could do that. You can do it. So I'm going to sign off here. I look forward to seeing you next week. I've gone over by 7 minutes, so I'm going to stop it right here. You take care. Good week ahead.